Goldie lived in a grand house of white stone, sunlight sparkling through tall windows. She had every toy and a closet bigger than most kitchens, but her favorite thing was a look, a signature she wore every day. Her sharp feline eyes, framed by bold black lines, were her secret weapon. The lines started thin, swept thick across her lids and flicked up like a cat's tail. This look made her feel powerful and mysterious, her armor for the world. People in the city recognized her by her eyes, whispering, "There goes Goldie." While others chased trends, Goldie stuck to her classic style. It told a story of confidence and playful mischief. Friends tried to copy her look, but Goldie's touch was unique. It wasn't about being pretty for others, it was about feeling like her truest self. Each morning, she sat at her vanity surrounded by bright lights, laying out her tools, black ink, a thin brush and a steady hand. In that calm moment, the world faded away. It was just Goldie and her reflection. She wasn't just putting on makeup. She was preparing to face the day, head held high, eyes sharp and ready. Her look was more than a trend. It was her story. It was her confidence, her mischief, her magic, and every day she wore it with pride. Goldie's eyes weren't just seen, they were remembered. That was her real treasure. Sunlight painted golden stripes across Goldie's silk sheets as soft music chimed her awake. She stretched, slipped into cloud-like slippers, and stepped onto her balcony to greet the city. After a breath of fresh air, she moved to her marble-floored bathroom. A splash of cool water, a gentle cleanser, and a whisper-soft towel started her day. This quiet routine was her time to think and prepare. She believed a good day began with a happy face. Goldie dabbed moisturizer from tiny glass jars, humming her secret tune. It wasn't about perfection. It was about feeling good in her own skin. These small acts of kindness to herself set the tone for the day. Her skin became a clean canvas, ready for her masterpiece. Wrapped in a pale pink silk robe, she padded to her dressing room. The most important part of her day was about to begin. She sat at her vanity, tools ready. The world could wait. This was her moment. She was about to become Goldie, and she wouldn't rush it for anything. Goldie's closet was a rainbow room, clothes organized by color and mood. Dresses shimmered for parties, sweaters and skirts waited for sunny days. For Goldie, fashion was freedom, a way to tell her story, just like her makeup. Today she chose a bright yellow dress, simple and cheerful, paired with white sneakers. Her style mixed elegance with fun and practicality. She wanted to move, explore, and feel joy in what she wore. Accessories were chosen with care, a gold bracelet for sparkle, round sunglasses for flair. She believed in balance, never too much, always just enough. Dressed, she twirled before the mirror, yellow dress spinning, sneakers ready for adventure. Her outfit was the opening act. Her eyes would be the main event. Clothes set the stage, but her feline eyes stole the show. She smiled, feeling ready. Goldie's style was her introduction to the world. It was bright, bold, and unmistakably hers. She was almost ready to step out. Her look was nearly complete. The final touch awaited. Her confidence shone through every choice. Today, like every day, she would make her entrance, and the city would notice. Goldie was never just another face in the crowd. Now for the main event. Goldie sat at her vanity, lights bright, face focused. She opened her pot of black ink and picked up her fine-tipped brush. Years of practice had made her steady and precise. Leaning close to the mirror, she drew a thin line from the inner corner of her eye, slow and deliberate. At the outer edge, she flicked the brush upward. Her signature cat eye. The wing was sharp, bold, and perfectly angled. She filled in the triangle, then repeated the process on the other eye. Symmetry was the challenge, but Goldie's patience paid off. She checked, adjusted, and blinked. Two black wings framed her eyes, transforming her reflection. She felt complete, confident, elegant, and a little wild. This was her art, her ritual. The world outside faded away. Goldie wasn't just ready, she was unstoppable. Her feline eyes were her masterpiece. Every line was a statement, and with them, she was Goldie. Goldie stepped onto the bustling city street, her yellow dress a splash of sunshine, but it was her eyes that drew every gaze. People turned, whispered and smiled as she passed. She walked to her favorite bakery, soaking in the city's energy. Artists in the park tried to capture her look. A cat on a windowsill watched her with knowing eyes. Goldie greeted the cat, feeling a kinship with its grace and independence. At the bakery, the man behind the counter greeted her warmly. "The usual, Goldie?" he asked, already knowing the answer. "Your eyes are as sharp as ever," he joked. Goldie laughed. "Have to be ready for anything." Her style wasn't just for special occasions, it was for every day. It was for buying bread, for city walks, for living boldly. Even the smallest moments felt special. Goldie's look was her way of connecting with the world. She wore it for herself, but it inspired others too. Confidence was her true accessory, and the city noticed. Goldie met Lily and Tom at a lively outdoor cafe. Lily's arms jingled with bracelets. Tom wore a quirky hat. "Goldie, how do you get your eyeliner so perfect?" Lily asked. Goldie grinned. "Practice, lots of it." Tom studied her eyes. "It's like architecture for your face, a masterpiece." Her friends celebrated her style, never making her feel odd. They shared stories, laughed and talked about self-expression. Lily showed off her hand-painted sneakers. Tom explained his hat choice. For them, fashion was a game, a way to show who they were inside. They inspired each other to be bold and creative. As lunch ended, a shy girl approached Goldie. "I love your makeup, it's so cool." Goldie smiled. "Thank you. You can do it too, just a brush and some courage." The girl beamed, inspired. Goldie's style was more than a look, it was encouragement for others to be brave. Her confidence was contagious. Friendship and creativity made every day brighter. Goldie's look was a gift to the world, and the world responded. Goldie's look wasn't just about beauty, it was her confidence. Without her cat eyes, she felt ordinary. With it, she felt unstoppable. The lines were her war paint, her superhero mask. In a world of expectations, her makeup was her rebellion, her choice, her control. Each stroke was a declaration of independence. The ritual empowered her, connecting her quiet self to the bold spirit she wanted to show. Her eyes spoke when she couldn't. Over time, the look became her identity, not a mask but a window to her true self. People saw a rich girl with striking makeup, but for Goldie it was much deeper. It was her way of saying, "This is me, I am bold, precise, elegant, and a little wild." The lines on her eyes were her signature. They told her story without a word, and she wore them with pride. As evening fell, Goldie attended a gallery opening, surrounded by art and style. A chic woman approached. "Your style is impeccable. You have an artist's eye." Goldie smiled. "We're all artists in our own way." Compliments were nice, but Goldie knew her confidence didn't come from wealth or approval. It came from the tip of her brush, the courage to be different. Her makeup was a ritual, not a luxury. The real magic wasn't in expensive products, it was in intention and self-belief. Anyone could feel powerful with a simple liner and a little courage. Self-expression was universal, not limited by money or status. Goldie's story was just one version of this truth. Her real wealth was creativity, confidence, and the courage to draw her own lines. She knew the secret meaning mattered more than money. Style was for everyone. Goldie's feline eyes were her art, but her spirit was her masterpiece. And that was what truly shone. At night, Goldie returned home and gently removed her makeup. The bold lines faded, revealing just Goldie, content and at peace. The makeup was an expression, not her definition. True beauty and confidence were choices she made daily. The power was never in the makeup, it was in her. Her story wasn't about wealth or trends, but about finding what made her feel like herself. For Goldie, it was feline eyes. For others, it was something else. The journey to self-expression was the real treasure. Goldie drifted to sleep, dreaming of new colors and new days. Tomorrow she'd draw her lines again, not out of habit, but out of joy. Her art was her greeting to the world. That was Goldie's golden rule. Find what makes you feel golden and let it shine. Confidence is a choice, expression is an adventure, and every day is a new chance to be yourself.